Hi there everybody, I hope you're all safe and well and doing alright in this weird and wonderful time that we find ourselves living in at the moment. I've been using some of the time that has been afforded to me during the lockdown to do some work that I've been wanting to do for ages on some of my harmonicas, and in particular some harmonicas I've got which are not you know, the most common. These ones are the 14-hole marine band. Here we are, the 14-hole Hohner marine band. A few years ago, Hohner started producing a model of these which they called the SBS, which is the Steve Baker Special. And they changed the tuning on them slightly from the original big models that they used to do. If I can maybe find a couple to show you what I mean. This one is a 12-hole one. This is a real vintage one. This one actually, this is an Echo Vamper. These are no longer made. This I probably bought when I was a teenager. They used to say Echo Vamper, bell metal reeds. So there you are. That's what I was after. So this is a 12-hole model, which is exactly the same tuning as a regular Hohner marine band. I was just doing the draw notes there. If I do this 14-hole SBS model, there's the change. And what it means is, it means that in the middle range of the harmonica, you use exactly the same sort of combination of blow and suck notes as you do in the lower end as well. So it kind of makes the middle octave a bit more user-friendly. So that's the Steve Baker Special, the SBS Marine Band. So what have I been doing to mine? Well, when you buy them, the reed plates, this is an old one which has got a broken reed which I need to try and replace. The reed plates are riveted on. They've also got this rather crummy device which is used on a lot of Hohner harmonicas to stop the cover plates from caving in, but they're not very good. They bend very easily, and as can be seen on this side here, this one is broken off. So what do I do? Well, the other thing I should mention is that the comb, which is the wooden part in the middle of the harmonica, here's a 12-hole model where I've dismantled it. This is really quite rough. So it means that the reed plates aren't going to make a very effective seal against the comb of the harmonica, which is of course what makes the playability of the harmonica as good as it can be. They need to be as airtight as possible. So what I'm trying to do is improve the airtightness of the harmonica and also make it more comfortable to play. So first thing I do is take the reed plates off, and on the comb, put those down, I sand this down so that it's absolutely smooth, and then also round the ends of the prongs of the comb to make them more comfortable. Hohner do this on some of their harmonicas, but not on the marine band. The end of the comb on the old marine band there, look, is just dead square. It's quite uncomfortable and quite often tends to swell, which makes it even more uncomfortable as moisture gets into the comb. So to prevent that from happening, I've sealed the comb as well. I've painted the ends after I've done the filing on them to just take the sharp corners off. I've painted the ends with lacquer. In fact, I use clear nail varnish. It seems to work quite well. So that's what I do to the comb. And then I replace the rivets with screws, screw them down. I also, on the reed plates, I polish them. So for the bottom reed plate, the draw notes, that means that you get a really nice smooth surface here, which makes a better airtight seal against the comb. on the top you can't do that because you've got the reeds on the inside, but because I've got them apart and because I've got some abrasive paper, I do give that a polish as well, just for the hell of it. I mean, nobody can see it, but it makes me feel better. So that's that, and then I've got some sort of little bits of brass rod. This is 2mm diameter brass rod. It's actually easy to buy. I was surprised. And those rods, here's one that's assembled up, fit through the reed plates and the comb. I put some plastic tubing on the end, and when you put the cover plates on, that makes a much more effective way of preventing the cover plates from going concave, caving in a bit in the middle, which, as harmonica players who play Richter diatonic models will know, happens a lot. So here's a finished one. This they don't, by the way, the Hohner don't do these in all 12 keys. You can only get them in 5 keys, as far as I think, which is C, D, G, A, and F. That's right. So this is an A. This is the lowest of them. So here's the bottom of. Okay, it's quite nice and juicy. It's nice to use. So I'll give you a little demo. I'll try and go over the whole range of the instrument if I can, or as much as possible in this little number. I'll play a little bit of Amazing Grace. This isn't a performance by any means. This is me just sort of nerdling around on the harmonica and having a bit of fun. So here we go. This is the 14-hole Steve Baker Special SBS Marine Band in the key of A. There we are. I like them, and they're nice to have as a little add-on to your collection. And you know, if you're doing some solo harmonica things, they can make a nice little change to and give you a little bit of extra range for some sort of a tune that you might want to put together. So there we go. Ricky Cool's modifications. There's going to be some more to follow. I'm using this time to do some things that I've wanted to do for ages on my harmonicas. So there we go. This is number 1. Okay, cheerio for now.